Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In our last video, we learned how computers think and wrote our first simple programs. Today, we're going to take the next step. We'll work with lists, use loops more effectively, and write functions that can actually solve problems for us. By the end, you'll see how these three ideas, lists, loops, and functions, fit together to make real programs. Before we jump in, let's quickly review. Programming is like building with Lego bricks. You need the basic pieces. Variables store information. Conditionals help your program make choices. Loops repeat steps automatically, and functions let you reuse code instead of rewriting it again and again. Everything today builds on these four building blocks. Now let's start with lists. Imagine you're making a grocery list. You don't want 10 separate variables for apples, bananas, and cherries. Instead, you put them in one container called a list. Lists in Python are ordered collections of items. You can grab an item by its position, called an index, and remember that Python starts counting at 0. Loops get really powerful when combined with lists. Here, the for loop goes through each fruit and prints it out. This process is called iterating. With just 2 lines of code, we can handle any number of items, whether that's 3 fruits or 300. Lists aren't just storage, they're flexible. You can add new items with append, remove items with remove, or check the total number of items using len. This makes your program dynamic. It can change as it runs, just like your real grocery list. Lists can even contain other lists. This is called a nested list or a matrix. To access each item, we use a loop inside another loop. This idea might look a little tricky at first, but it's super useful for games, grids, or working with data tables. Functions are the next piece of the puzzle. They're like mini machines you can build once and reuse forever. Functions can take inputs called parameters. In this example, the function greets anyone by name and age. Instead of hard-coding messages, we just pass in the values we want. Sometimes we want a function to give us something back. That's what the return keyword does. Here, the function adds 2 numbers and returns the result, which we can store in a variable or use later. This is one of the key ideas that makes your program more modular and powerful. Now, this is where things get exciting. We combine lists, loops, and functions into one neat program. Instead of writing a new loop every time, we just call it print list items with any list. This makes your code reusable and organized. Python lists also come with many built-in methods to save you work. Append adds an item, pop removes the last one, sort puts items in order, and count tells you how many times an item appears. Learning these tools will make you much faster at solving programs. Now let's try a mini challenge together. We'll build a simple to-do list program. The program will ask users to enter tasks, save them in a list, and then display all the tasks in the end. This combines everything we learned so far. Okay, so pause and try it. Now here's one way to solve this. Notice how we created 2 separate functions. One to add tasks and another to display them. This separation makes the code easier to read and fix later. Even though this is a simple example, it shows how professional programmers keep their code organized. When your program doesn't work, don't panic. Debugging is just a part of coding. Use print to see what's happening inside variables. Test your functions one at a time and break big problems into smaller steps. Every coder does this, even the experts. Next up, we'll explore dictionaries, another way to store data, but this time using key-value pairs. After that, you'll be ready to start small projects like calculators, quizzes, or even games. Later, we'll learn how to save data into files so your programs can remember things. Now let's recap. Lists let you store lots of values in one place. Loops help you go through them quickly. Functions let you reuse code and keep things organized. And by combining all three, you can start solving real-world problems. Now, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment with your version of the to-do list program. I love to see your creativity, and in the next video, we'll dive into dictionaries and more advanced Python techniques. Until then, keep coding and keep learning.